Okay. So we will be learning elaboration techniques, expressing opinion, and writing opinion for an exam task. Let's start. Now, as you can see here, I would love to hear from you in a written mode. When you see the word school, what ideas come to your head? I would love you to send me your answers through joining into this class point link. I'll send you the link and the code so that we are all at the same page. Just give me a second. This is all you need is to write your name. You will find the link shared in the chat box. And the code for those who cannot see it, it's not this one, it's 69982. Let me see who's there. We've got Amani Arwashada. No, that's a different code. Yes, so I will send you the code again. It's 69982 in the chat box. 69982. So whatever idea, whatever thought that comes to your head when you see the word school, I'll be waiting for you. In 3 minutes, I will be reading your responses. Whatever word, anything, any idea. Can you send your responses or not yet? Yeah, good. We've got people joining us, but I'm still waiting. School building, right? Students do not have. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Let's see who would like to. Yeah, that's Rawa, I think. Okay. Learn and study, self-development. Interesting. There is almost half a minute until we finish brainstorming and um, generating ideas. Table, chair, learning, friends, interesting thoughts. I want this word cloud to grow more and more so that we can reach better conclusions. Students, interesting, absolutely right. I'll give you 10 seconds more. I've got a good number joining into the class point thing, but 5 people who have responded. I'll close the submissions by now, but very interesting. Your ideas are absolutely respected. There are so many things that come to our head when we see the word school, like friends, furniture, communication, development, so on and so forth. This is only a word, and let's see how many even more and more detailed ideas that we might think of when we see it. So this is an example of brainstorming and generating ideas from one word. Let's look at these examples. So when we see the word school, we can think of our friends. We can think about how I feel about learning particular subjects. How do I feel when I learn English, when I learn science or mathematics? What do I like most about school? What I don't like about school? What helps me learn more in this school? What if I am in a different school? What about school timing, advantages and disadvantages of school, my successful experiences, my failure, and how to make school even more interesting? Can you see how much can we make out of a word only? Now let's go on. It's very important in writing tasks. As you know, the purpose of the whole session is basically to help us learn two things: techniques and strategies for making and generating ideas through what? Through elaboration. I hope that you know the meaning of the word elaboration, and here is the definition of the strategy that I'll teach you. Now, this strategy is basically says that it is a plan that helps us connect information to be learned with information that we already know. What do I mean by this? I mean that we can, we all know what is a school, but sometimes the question asks us for to write about the best teacher I have or the worst teacher. So, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? All what we are going to do in a task, in a in a in a test task, is to bring our experience of a good or bad teacher and write it down as an article or an essay, as a written response. You got me right? So this is all of it. Now, this is the theoretical part of it. We can ask ourselves different questions to help us make more and more high quality ideas, like what we think, if it is true or not. Are there any supporting details or conclusions? Are there any studies that stand by my side? So on and so forth. We'll move from this theoretical part into a more practical one because we really need elaboration in writing. Exams are by the corridor, plus test three, I believe most schools aren't done yet. And the final exam is there. I think there is someone who's raising his or her hand. ما يفتح الرابط. Yes, I've already stopped receiving answers. Wait a moment, yeah, Azhar. We will go back for more questions. Don't worry, just keep focused with us. Okay, now let's look at this question. Now, this is the main purpose, is to bring what we know into a real practice. Look at this. Writing task, it's from grade 12, end of year exam, and let's read. It says, studying English online is easier than studying it abroad. Do you agree or not? And give your reasons. Now, step number one, reading the question is done. What is step number two? Huh? Now I've read the question. What is step number two, ladies and gentlemen, if there are any? Please raise your hand. Very quickly. No one? Yes, who is it? I'm sorry. I'm sharing my entire screen. My other device is not here, and I can't see who is. No one. Oh, so I was imagining that someone was raising. Number two, I have to understand the topic. I have to know what's going on here. Now, dear students, is there any new words that you don't understand that are new to you? Any new words here? Who's there?
ترتيب الأفكار.
Of course, we need to organize our ideas, but wait a minute, lady. You're smart, but we have to understand what should we write about. لازم أنا أستوعب فكرة السؤال. صح ولا لا؟ علشان when I write a very clear, واضح, convincing, مقنع, and well organized piece. Okay, so I bet that not all of you might understand the word abroad. Abroad means, anyone knows? Very quickly, we've got so much to do.
I had an update.
Sorry? Yes, Wajd?
I gave an answer for another word. The answer is wrong.
Yeah, I wasn't able to catch it up. Anyway, so abroad, it means to learn where? Is it your country or somewhere else?
Somewhere else.
Somewhere
Absolutely
else.
right. It is somewhere else, abroad. It's out of the borders of your country. So if we are all Omanis and we want to study abroad, it means that we will not study in Oman. We will travel and go to study to any other country in the world. Okay, so again, now I got to know and understand the meaning of a key word here. Now I should go back and organize my thoughts. So what this question says that studying online is easier. Now I've read the question, I've understood the question. What is step number 3?
Plan the writing.
Mm-mm. Before planning ideas, before planning your writing, step number 4 will be that one. But what about step number 3? A very important
Brainstorming.
uh, bef- before brainstorming. Look, it's given here. Do you agree or not? Do you agree or disagree?
Your opinion.
Absolutely right. Excellent. So I better choose a position. I have to take a side. What is that side? Is it with, which means here with, and now studying online is easier, or against, against this statement between the speech marks. So what if I think that no, I disagree, which means that abroad, studying English language abroad is easier. So step number 1 again, read the question. Step number 2, understand the question. Step number 3, take a position. So we need to think together. Shall we agree or disagree? Later on, we better what? As you said, ladies, brainstorm our ideas, organize our ideas. There is someone who's complaining um, that the voice is not clear. I hope that the majority can hear me well. Can you hear me well, ladies? Maram and Wash, maybe Al
Yes,
Khulud? Is it clear? Great.
yes, it is.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe those are suffering from network thing. Yes, any questions so far? Huh? Any
No.
questions? No?
Maybe taking a position
Huh.
shouldn't be taken as a several step. Like I think we should take it as a part of planning or brainstorming.
Absolutely right. So we are breaking it down step by step so that we are not lost. You got me, dear?
Yes.
It's very important because sometimes, and maybe at some point, we all fall in this trap. At some point, we are brainstorming ideas, and then we discover that we are not taking a clear position. Got me? Sometimes we mix up between with and against points. So that's why in this type of writing, this is core, grade 12, core, grade 8, 7, 9, 10, 12. This is the core thing, المادة الأساسية. And the elective, no, it's different. It's something else that you are supposed to work on. So it's very important that you decide your position. Maybe أصلا مش لازم أصلا your position يمثل حقيقة رأيك. أنت خليك ذكي in this point وشوف أنت وين you've got more ideas وين أنت قادر تكتب because the whole purpose of this is writing. Okay, now before we start, I would like you to tell me which of the followings are main points. I hope, no, yeah. Maybe you can use the chat box right now. Look at these points from A to H. Which of these do you think are important points, big points, main points? I better give you 2 to 3 minutes to think and study these options so that we can come back and give feedback on our choices. I'll keep quiet. 2 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. And by now, I will be checking the chat box in case you've sent any response. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, interesting. G and A. G, okay, A, G. Okay, so I think there is an overall agreement that dear point A and G are important. What do you think? Do you agree with with those who have sent us in the chat box? Hmm. Agreement, disagreement. There is an addition by Balqis, which is who's that? H? H, maybe. Any more? Okay, let's go back and see the real correct answers. Look here, ladies. Let's look at A, introductory remarks about the subject. What do you think this all about? Is it really important? I'm posing 2 questions at once. Yes. Is it any important to pose any introductory sentences about the topic, about the subject?
No.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you well. What's that? Okay, so this is a correct answer as the majority have mentioned it. Look at this one, C. Short time for learning language. Do you think this is a main point or an example?
Example.
This is was that Maram? Where was that you, Maram?
Yes.
Thank you, Maram. Well, I personally disagree. Now, how can we decide that this point is an example? How? This one is brighter. Look at this one. B is not a main point. Why? Because can we consider this as a heading when learning language? Or it can be an example of language learning.
An example.
Exactly. So that's why we cannot consider, and in this situation, in this case, as B as a main point. What about C? Short time for learning language. Hmm? We can say so much about time.
Teacher, please repeat the question.
Absolutely right. We can say so much when we learn language in terms of time online or abroad. What about learning about language and culture? Now look at this. Maybe this makes it clearer. Look at the culture. Is food part of culture?
Yes.
Yes. So this is a sub point, not a main point. Look at this one. Needs for social skills. Is it an example or a main point? You can open your
Example.
mics. Yes, absolutely right. This is an example. So learning about food, social skills, using it with friends are all examples that can fall underneath maybe C, D, or F. Okay, let's continue. Now I want you again to join this class point code, which is 69982, and tell me which position do the following points represent. Now, we are working on one exam question, which is still this one. We will not change it until the end of the session. So, daily language use abroad, short time to master the language, to be excellent, master, to be excellent. It is a chance to discover new culture. I'm waiting for your answers. One, two, and three. Are they with this statement or against? Do you want me to send the link again in the chat box?
Yes, please. It's not
Sure. Sure, my pleasure. Just give me a second. And the code again is 69982. Now, Azhar, you can join us using the link because I will be waiting for your answers. So we've got 2 equal. Okay, 4 says yes, A. Being tricked. I'll count to 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1A. Do you want to check your answers? You're mistaken. Where a person can discover new culture, is it online or abroad? Yeah, absolutely. Culture is abroad. Where do you think it is shorter to master the language? To sit in front of a computer or to travel and live there.
Abroad.
Abroad. Again. Daily language use abroad. Now, this is number one, is very clear that I am talking about what? Abroad. Okay. So, what do you think? Is this, no, are these points 1, 2, and 3 with or against the statement العبارة؟ Is it with أو مع العبارة؟
Against.
Absolutely right. It is against me. Against what? Against العبارة, because العبارة, the statement says إنه الأونلاين أسهل. Online is easier than abroad. So I have read the question. I have understood the question. I have, what have we done together now? We have decided our position. We are against, نحن ضد online. No, we want to travel abroad and learn the language there because it is easier. And now, what do you think that we should do now?
Plan the writing.
Plan the writing, of course. Now, I don't want to show you the planning. I will show you the planning later. So it's not now, a little bit later. Now, this, before showing you, no problem. I want to save your time. So let's look at this writing. I want you to read it very carefully and try to tell me if it is answering this question or not. I'll give you some time to read it. Now, I would like to ask you, what do you think about it? Is it to the point? Is it really answering this question? It is writing an opinion essay, or it is somewhere else. It's writing about something different, about a different topic.
It's an opinion giving straight to the point.
Excellent. Okay. Are the points there mixed up or takes one position? Ladies, what do you think about the position, the side? Is it mixed up like a milkshake
No.
or like an orange juice maybe? Or I don't know what kind of.
As coffee.
Yeah, it's as straight as coffee. Fantastic. Okay, so absolutely right. It's straightforward and very clear. Okay, now let's go and try to analyze the structure, the composition of this writing. Yalla, what can you possibly see in this article or essay? Yalla, ladies, open your mics.
I couldn't understand the question.
The structure. What are the different parts of this essay?
An introduction, a body, and a conclusion.
How a savior. Thank you very much. Absolutely right. Now let's look at the introduction. What do we have here in the introduction? Ladies, students.
Opinion.
What is that? Again, please, louder.
Opinion.
Absolutely right. Excellent. Our direct position, where? Here. in the thesis statement. And guess what? It is a plus. هذه هدية نحن بنعطي إياها أساسا من السؤال. Okay, how? Let me show you. Look at the question. It says studying English online is easier than studying it abroad. And look at my thesis statement. Look at my most important sentence in the introduction. I just showed my position. Where am I? Am I with or against? So, very important sentence. So, when I read forward, me as a teacher, when I read throughout your writing, I will be looking for the points and the reasons that made you agree. Okay, we cannot deny it is very important that to decorate your introduction with some introductory sentences. Very important, but so far, personally talking, so far you write this sentence for me, I am happy. Okay, so you have just copied, you have showed your position, I agree or I disagree, and then you just copied the statement from the question. Okay, now let's move to the body. What's there in the body?
Reasons.
Absolutely right. Reasons, but I automated this answer to show up first. Okay, absolutely right. Now, it's very important in this at this point to start your paragraph with a topic sentence. What is a topic sentence? It is just like what? It is just like an introductory sentence مقدمة للparagraph as a whole that will give me an idea of the ingredients of this paragraph. This is just like a cake. Now, if this topic sentence white, I perhaps think it's a vanilla cake. If it is black, I will get to know that this is a chocolate cake. So let's read sentence number one, which is topic sentence. Studying English abroad is easier than online for several reasons, which means that throughout these lines, I will be reading what? Songs? No, I will be reading reasons that makes English abroad easy. Okay? Where can you find argument هو نقطة النقاش or reason number one?
After the introductory.
How did I know that?
From the linking word first.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. No doubt. It's the linking words that open the list of reasons for me. So first, here I've used first, and then comma. Learning abroad makes learners use the language for all of the different life tasks. So it's a daily life use. Okay, now look here. For example, what is for example? Now this is my reason. Use the language all the time. Okay, where is my
Clarify that.
yeah, so this is the reason and this is the supporting detail. يعني أنا على أي أساس أنا قدمت هذا السبب؟ لازم يكون في شيء يدعم وجهة نظري، يقويها، أو إنه يعطيني example. So this is example number one. For example, learners will need to use the language when ordering food at a restaurant, speaking to others, and in class. Am I happy with reason and argument number one?
Yep.
Let's go. Do we have more reasons?
Yep.
Let's go and read. What is reason number two?
In addition, learning English.
Again, please.
After an addition.
Yeah, which means that I am adding more and more reasons. My linking word, where's my mouse? Hello? I've got a problem looking for yeah, with my mouse. Any problem, ladies? No?
No.
Good, great. Okay, so okay. So my reason number two started with in addition. So بالإضافة إلى ذلك, learning abroad takes shorter time than learning online. How come? So this is my reason. It takes shorter time to be excellent and a very, very, very good speaker. How come is that? What are my details? What are my supporting or consolidating examples? Am I alone here? Oh my God.
Learning English abroad takes time than learning online. Take shorter time.
Yes, it takes shorter time to be excellent in the language. Why? Because, again, my mouse is gone. من مزعل الماوس يا بنات. Okay. Why? Because the learner will be using the language in so many different places with friends, in class, and in the society, في المجتمع. So the more I use the language, the more the faster I excel. So the more I use the language in different places, the faster I become good. Okay. Any more? There is a reason number three.
Yeah, moreover.
Absolutely right. Starting with moreover, learning abroad helps learners to learn more than language. What do you mean you write there by this? How do I understand what is the writer saying here?
Giving clarification after that.
Excellent. Where is the clarification?
They will learn about others' habits, food.
Yeah, excellent. These are the example. So sometimes when we give our reason may not be that clear or that convincing. ممكن أحيانا ما يكون واضح أو مقنع enough. So the details help us understand better. So discover new culture, habits, traditions, food, everything. And that is all in English, in the different language that I am learning. So, am I learning English language only? No, I am learning more in this way. So, by now we are done with the body. Let's see our beautifully written. What is this one? The bottom thing.
Conclusion.
Yeah, conclusion. Okay, so the conclusion is composed of, can you see what does it start with?
It's the same as the introduction.
Absolutely right. It is restating my thesis statement. So what am I restating? يعني أعيد القول in different words or with minor changes. So في تغييرات بسيطة جدا جدا, but it is absolutely similar to what I said. And in the thesis statement, I said, I disagree مع السؤال. الحين هنا, what did I say? مع الختام, to sum up, I believe that studying English abroad is easier. So I gave my opinion, my position in a more direct way. So after restating my thesis statement, after sharing or restating my thesis statement, what happened? What happened?
Mentioning the reasons why do I agree.
Excellent. By the end, I have mentioned what? The main points, which is the arguments. Did I mention any details or examples?
No, just
No.
key points.
No, excellent. It's only the key points. I've listed them, honestly. So English online easy, abroad easier because we use language for daily tasks. It's shorter time and it makes learners learn about new cultures in English. A very important question, ladies. Have I kept the order in the body similar to the bottom? The conclusion?
Yes.
Have I mixed up the order?
Nope.
Absolutely right. I was very organized. I mentioned number one, which is daily life tasks. Now, reason number one, daily tasks. Number two, I mentioned shorter time. Number two, here I mentioned shorter. Very organized. How come was this writing very organized? Guess what? It's all because of planning, outlining the writing. Now, ladies, it's very, very important to plan your writing. It takes 1 to 3 minutes to plan, but it saves your marks. It saves your academic life, honestly, because it will make you very focused, very organized, and confident. I want to ask you a question. How many times have you started writing directly when you read the question and you discovered that you are writing about something different? Or you may have deviated or written about something different about what you've been started with.
At the most of the time.
Most of because we do not plan. It's very important to plan. Where to plan, teacher? There is an empty white space by at the edges and the margins of your paper. Use it. The back of the paper. Use it. It takes no time, and it provides us a chance to even try to recap and go over our writing. So, what is my advice? Plan, plan, plan. Very important. طبعا شوفوا الحين الرايتنج هذا around, let's look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. How many lines? 170 words تقريبا. 170, 200 words. What you are asked for, only 100. So you don't need to write 3. You may write 2, but a high quality 2 points. You make sure of your ideas. Are they relevant? يعني are they relevant ولا about different topic? Do you have strong points? Are they convincing? Are you sure about your spelling? It's very important to consider that, by the way. Now, do you want us to practice?
Let's practice.
Okay, let's practice. I will keep this one for later. I've got my mind change. I want to change my ideas. Okay, I think we shall go here. I'll take them earlier and then I will show you what I have thought of. Okay, let's go. I hope that you still can see my screen. I want you to join the class point again and brainstorm ideas that support, that are with this statement. يلا خلينا نشوف statement. Schools should stop teaching English language. I will be crying if this happens. Do you want me to send the link again? Yalla, give me as many ideas as you can, brainstorm, but ideas that support, that are with this point.
Teacher, I can't open the link without the code.
Sure, the code is 69982. I'll write it again in the chat box. I'm happy that we are almost on time, so I won't keep you longer than planned. So it's 69982. شكلكم انتوا تطلعوا من من اللينك عشان كذا you need to join in again and again. Hello, where are you? Maximum reached. I think you can join now. You don't have to write complete sentences, only ideas or headings or points, bullet points.
It's not joining.
Sorry, do you have any problem?
It's not joining.
Oh my God, 69982, am I mistaken? Okay, it's okay. Then you can still share your ideas with me here in the chat box or even you open your mic and express yourself. 6098, am I right? Yeah. Yes, ladies.
The most important thing about learning English because you need it in your daily life. It's the one language that connects the people around the world with each other. And also, it's very important for education, and you need it for different types of degrees.
I'm afraid that your beautiful points are not as asked. Look, here you should write that schools should stop teaching English. Now,
You said you
number one,
want
do you
to
agree or this? Do you agree?
No.
disagree.
But I am forcing you to agree. You have to say yes. Schools should stop teaching English language. Why? Maybe some crazy ideas. And
Paying
then,
more attention to our original language, Arabic,
yeah, to our mother
is a little
tongue.
more important than English.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good.
also in our country, we almost use English, Arabic more, mostly in our daily life. And all of our books at school are written in Arabic except for the English one.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So, even
And we
though
are
we
type
do
of
not
losing
believe,
Arabic language right now
Mhm.
because of the local language that we use and the other type of words from different languages that are being mixed up with our language.
So it's a
So we are losing
survival
our
thing.
culture
Yeah.
and our language.
Interesting. See, it's very important that we check out our position. So even though West at the very beginning she's against this statement, but look, sometimes we're forced and we still can generate ideas. Fantastic. Now let's brainstorm against ideas. Against ideas towards what? Towards this statement, schools should stop teaching English language. Do you agree or disagree? Now here we all disagree. Why do we disagree? Huh? You can send me either in the chat box or here in class points or open your mic and go ahead, share your answers.
I think the chat box is closed.
Thank you for letting me know. I'll open it right now. Yes, it's there. يلا ladies ما بقى شيء يلا 10 minutes left. Wow, because you might need English in your future job. We shall give you a like. Okay. There could be a participation in the chat box. Balqis says, because the topic is very important. Yeah, a very important subject. Anyone would like to share using a mic? Any more thoughts? Basmala, we need English in daily life. It's helping us in our study at college. We connect with other cultures by English. Of course. So it's a lingua franca. It is a mean or a way to communicate with others from different cultures, from different parts of the world. It's also a very good help for college and university. Mhm. Strong, convincing, and clear points. Do you want me to give you more time to practice or shall we wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up.
Thank you very much. I'm personally happy for your participation and for those our guests. Now, this is what I have already prepared, an example of a question. That's a grade 12 question. It reads, spending holidays in Oman is more interesting than traveling abroad, which means that staying here in summer, in the summer holiday, spending time here around Oman is more interesting, really interesting, compared to traveling abroad. Do you agree or disagree? Who can remind me with step number one? Yeah, step number one, what should we do?
Read the question.
We've read the question. Bravo. Thank you very much. Next, number two.
Understand the topic.
Understand.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Number three.
Take a position.
Absolutely right. We take a position. Now, position number one is agree. Now, part number four, step number four, brainstorm ideas.
Planning a
Absolutely.
brainstorm.
Yes. So, what ideas that can support my agreement? Spending holiday in Oman is cheap. We don't spend so much money on visa and on travel things, host accommodation, so on. No language issues. We are Omanis. We speak Omani. We're here in Oman. We don't need other languages. Money transfer issue, weather, chances to be sick is less because weather change and waiting time through airport traveling routine, feeling safe and secure. Um, it also contributes to the national income of the Sultanate through tourism. Now, if my position is disagreement, some points can support what traveling abroad is a good. No, sorry, yeah, spending holiday in Oman is not good. Why? Because there are not so many activities that we can do here in Oman. We are very used to the environment that is not new. We don't have rainforests. We don't have Greenland. So except for Salala at some point in the year, there are less chances to learn a new language. So we will not learn a new language. if we spend our holiday in Oman, is it's what? It is less chances to experience living in a different culture. Yeah, traveling abroad helped me learn new things. It is challenges for personality, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, how can we express our opinions? There are three ways. If it is a general opinion posing, I am introducing my opinion. We usually say, in my opinion, I think that, I believe that. If we are asked to agree or disagree, we shall do this. I agree that. وخليكم متأكدين من spelling مالها لأنه ما تكلفكم شيء. It's only one word and you have to master it. The opposite is I disagree that. I don't think that. Okay? You don't have to remember everything here. Take two or three, master their spelling, master their sentence requirement in terms of mechanics, capitalization, so on and so forth. إذا يحتاجوا punctuation, special punctuations. وخلاص خليكم موافقين يعني choose one or two from each group and try to study them. Now, I will ask you a very general question, ladies. Why expressing opinion is very important? Why it is a school requirement? Why we should, as teacher, assess you in exams about writing opinion? Why do you think it's very important? Am I alone? Hello?
No, you're not alone. Because as a human, we need to express our feelings and opinions. It's part of our rights.
Absolutely correct. So, very important. Anything else, ladies?
To know about what we think about this subject or some place.
Absolutely right. It shows our position. It shows our beliefs. It also expresses our rights. We are not slaves. Alhamdulillah, we are all free and we all have thinking opportunities. So it is very important. It shows that we are thinkers. احنا جالسين نفكر. We are not blind followers, متابعين عميان. No, we have a thinking engine between our two ears in our head. It also means that it is a very important chance to use our background knowledge. إن نحن نستخدم معلوماتنا السابقة. وترى على فكرة, yes, we are asking you this in English, بس هذا ما يعني إنكم تعزلوا تجاربكم وخبراتكم اللي تمروا فيها كل يوم بلغتنا الأم. It's just a chance to use what you do in real life, your experiences, so on. It also means that you are a very special person. You have a unique voice. You are not anything similar to others. It is also a chance to express your needs and wants. And believe it or not, it makes you smarter because expressing opinions is not an individual one-way direction. It is either between you and a friend, between you and a family member, between in your groups, maybe on WhatsApp with your teacher. And the more we discuss about important topics, the more we learn, the smarter we become. Okay, here are some example topics for exam. Look at this one. This is from grade 11, 2018-2019. And it says, it is better to live without technology. Do you agree or not? There are some even more contemporary topics. This one, COVID-19 is a rumor. COVID-19 إشاعة. Do you agree or disagree? Fortnite and PUBG should be prohibited in Oman. يمنعوهم بالقانون في عمان. Do you agree or disagree? And this one might be interesting. The team's medical doctor is the reason behind the failure of Barcelona in the last Champions League. Do you agree or not? Do you agree or not, ladies?
I strongly disagree.
I don't know. I have no idea. But I've posted there. So these are examples. My students, tomorrow is your um, classroom test, and you should be doing something similar to these. Okay. So my last advice is to plan, plan, plan. And thank you very much, ladies, and whomsoever has attended this session. I'm very happy that you've joined me. But I will be happier if you've got any questions, any comments, or feedbacks. Feedback. Yes, I think.
Nothing left to say.
Much appreciated, please. Wajid, yes, any more questions, ladies, students?
No.
Coming? Thank you very
No,
much. Thank you
thank
very
you,
much.
teacher.
Most welcome. It was my pleasure to have you here. Okay, now my students, please join me on WhatsApp and let us discuss. Do you still want it? Do you still want tomorrow's exam 7 or 8 or 9 p.m. at night? Thank you very much. You may leave the session and goodbye. My pleasure.